What is up, everybody? It's your boy Robbie J Fox, and we're back with another video. And today we are on day 11 of Horror Manga Month. Now, I have to give a content warning.
Oh no!
This manga has both rape, sexual abuse, torture, gore, and a insane psycho bitch. If those are too much for you, well then, good luck. This manga is a very messed up manga, and I will be showing some very messed up panels from the manga, so do be warned that this gets dark. Now, for those who don't know what a yandere is, it's a character who is extremely devoted to a love interest. The term is a combination of the Japanese words yandere, which means to be six, and dere, which means love struck. For most anime and manga fans, when you hear the words yandere, your mind jumps to Yunogasai, Kirimi Tokasake, or Akane Hiyama from Love Tyrant. However, in this manga, there is a character that is the complete embodiment of the word yandere. Characters like Yuno or Kirimi can be reasoned with, they can be negotiated with, and typically speaking, they tend to only focus on their love interests and their love interests only really getting violent if they feel like their love is being threatened. They're not really cunning or manipulative. They are also protected by this thing we love to call plot armor. I mean, Yuno was quite literally a demigod. However, in this manga, there's a character who isn't immortal, nor does she have powers from a god or a spirit. She's just an insane psychopathic murderer with one goal in mind: to forever be with her love. And that's it for the manga today. Ijousha no Ai, or Deviant Love. Our main character is Kazumi Ichinos. He's an elementary student when two girls managed to fall in love with him. However, during the confession of one of the girls, he rejected her, saying that he was already in love with someone else. Instead of being disappointed, she asked him a very odd question. If she didn't exist, would you have fallen in love with me? That's where this seemingly innocent story takes a turn, as that is the trigger for her to commit a crime. As the next day, our protagonist walks in on the murder of his first crush. The perpetrator is none other than Mido's Saki, the girl who confessed to him the day prior. Traumatized by the scenario, our protagonist moves to schools and tries to move on with his life. He's always alone through his high school in fear that he would lose another friend and lover. However, he was saved by another girl who had also, ironically, fallen in love with him. She slowly gets him to open up his heart, and the two begin dating. He told her why he had such a hard time and the reason he didn't want to date her, and the two promised that they would work through anything as long as they are together. However, it didn't take long for this promise to be broken, as Saki was released back into the world and was determined to get her love back. Saki ended up kidnapping Shino and tortured her for 2 hours straight. By the time Kazumi realized what happened, Shino had already been broken by Saki. Saki would then threaten to kill Shino if Kazumi did not follow her orders. She proceeded to rape Kazumi before leaving and disappearing, leaving the broken couple to live their lives, licking their wounds and forever separating. However, the story does not end there. Our protagonist will spend the rest of his days with one goal in mind: to kill Saki. However, this will end up only being significantly difficult, as she also has a goal: to be with him forever. This manga continues as they play a game of cat and mouse to see who will win in the end. Now, I can't praise this manga enough for how well done the antagonist is. Saki is an extremely well thought out character that fits the yandere trope so extremely well. She's a character with a one-track mind but isn't dense enough to take things too far. Her antics are done in a way where it's just enough to make people fear her, but also enough to make sure she's never caught. She isn't strong, she isn't blessed, and her only weapons is blackmail, torture, and a box cutter. This manga perfectly captures what it's like to be a victim of a psychopath. There's even a scene where she admits that since she has killed someone before, she knows just how far to torture someone without crossing that final line. One of the things that makes this an insane read is when you get to know Saki, you come to realize that she's a normal human being, more or less. She acts normal, she wants to be cute, she wants to impress her crush, and when she's around normal people, she can hold a conversation without getting disgusted. So she's so normal that you tend to forget that she may have someone tied in her basement by knives and water dripping on their forehead to stop them from sleeping. Moments like those throws you off completely. It's only when she gets possessive and slightly irritated that you realize she is a crazy bitch. One of the reasons I consider Saki to be the best yandere of all time is due to how she expresses her love for our protagonists. In most animes and mangas, the yandere is seen as some happy-go-lucky and sappy that would never hurt the love interest unless they really have to. This is not the case for Saki. She has no problem expressing her love in the most brutal way possible. She will use anything to keep her man hers and her alone, even if that means torturing him. I mean, at the end of the day, her way of expressing her love is by painting herself into him as much as possible. She isn't looking for a pure love, she's looking for a permanent one, even if it kills both her and him. Now, as much as I genuinely love this manga and how it was created, there are some issues. One issue is that Saki carries this manga incredibly hard. Without her, the manga gets bland and slightly uninteresting. It's mostly due to the fact that the characters are just that. They are bland. And as much as I was rooting for Shino, honestly, her only memorable trait was how she blushed at every single time our protagonist looked at her. Like, to some degree, we get it. You like them. I mean, don't get me wrong, their romance was adorable throughout the manga, and it was nice to see that their bond got them through everything. But to some extent, she just got kind of boring. I mean, sure, she's the cute, adorable friend that you want to see win, but at the end of the day, that's honestly all she was. Then we have the school nurse, who honestly I think was there to be like small fan service and a side character. I won't spoil her role in the manga too much, but I can't say that her side story is just as boring, and I really did not care about her role at all. Our main character, I will admit, he has some good things about him and he has some bad things. One of the good things was that he wasn't boring. Yay. The bad thing is that he's really annoying at just how inconsistent he is. I mean, he waited so many years to kill Saki, and then when he finds out that she has memory loss, he loses all his conviction. All those years of pent-up anger and angst only to back out the last second. Bro was just trying to be an edgelord. That is all he was. The art is actually pretty mundane for what you get. I do like the fact that they use an innocent art style for the characters, and that's kind of what made it drive home that our antagonist was a psycho torturing killer bitch. I mean, it did what it needed to do, and because of the innocent art style, it made it really difficult for you to sit through some of the brutal scenes without realizing that these characters are not as innocent as they appear. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. Even though I did like this manga and even though I did enjoy it, I have to give it a very fair rating, and I have to rate this manga a 6 out of 10. I really want to rate this manga really higher, specifically for Saki and Saki alone, but this manga does have its issues. It does try to wrap up plot holes the best it could, but there's still a lot of questions that go unanswered, and I don't want to get into those questions due to how much of the manga will get spoiled. It's not a very short read. I will go ahead and say this now. It will take you a minute to get through the whole manga. I would say maybe an hour or an hour and a half. If you are a fast reader like me, it'll probably take you between 20 to 30 minutes, but on average, I'd say this is probably an hour read. Now, again, I won't spoil it since you will have to go read it yourself. So I'm just going to say, best yandere character of all time. Because of the content within this manga, I do think it is a perfect fit for horror month, because if you have a girl who's crushing on you like Saki is, then I'm sorry, it is a horror story to come true. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. And you already know what it is. My name is Robbie J. Fox, and until next time, with love, fuck off.
I got 69 bitches that don't do 69. I got 3 or 4 prospects who want to be mine. I got 9 baby mamas who claim that baby is mine. What do they all have in common? They all tell lies. It's all action, all passion, all work but no yapping. The look in her eyes, you know she not acting. Turn the light off and watch me shine. Absolute cinema.